Hey everyone, it's me. This is the Grinch punch art that I showed you on my video yesterday, and some of you requested to see how I made this punch art. The punches that I use for this Grinch here is an extra large punch, oval punch, a large oval punch, this owl builder punch, this large scallop punch, and the word window punch. Now, if you don't have all of these punches, don't worry about it, because this word window punch right here is what I use for the eyes, but you can just hand draw it and then cut it with your scissors, so it doesn't really matter if you have the word window punch. And then for the large oval, or the extra large oval and the large oval punches, you can get these type of punches at any craft store. What I have here is Stampin' Up! Because I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, but you don't have to have Stampin' Up! Punch. You can just recreate this with your own. And then for the owl punch, I actually use those two circle dots over there to make his eyes here. But you can also use a 3/16 of a punch that you can get from any craft store. So again, you don't have to have the owl builder punch. So the idea is for me to show you how I made this, and then you can incorporate it with your own punches. So let me just set this aside, and we are going to start the project. Now let me show you the paper scraps that I have over here. I have this, I think this is Gumball green or old olive, I'm not really sure, but you can get any green cardstock from a craft store. And this is the real red cardstock. And then we will need the yellow, and we will need the white. Okay, I've got this 2 extra large oval. That makes his head. We will need to sponge the side of this just to give it some sort of a dimension. So I've sponged the 2 extra large oval punch with early espresso, but you can use any dark brown stamp ink. For his little hat over here, we will need another extra large oval punch in red, a large oval punch, whisper white scallop punch. But you don't have to have a scallop punch. If you just want to have, if you just have an oval punch, then that will do as well. It's just, I have the scallop punch, that's why I use scallop over here. And we will need to also sponge the edges I'm using baked brown sugar, but you guys can use anything that is light brown or beige. So now I've sponged the edges of this white scallop circle. Now in order to make this is actually this large punch, but in order to make this, you have to use your extra large punch again. Get one of your long scraps. You need this size, and as you can see, there's a huge difference there, so I'm going to show you how I made that. Just put a dab of glue on your long scrap paper, like so. Just a little bit, just so it will hold your scallop circle. And you can then insert that to your extra large, or to your large oval punch. And to get that shape that we have for the hat, you just insert it halfway and then punch. And that's how you get that tiny piece there. And that's how we will make the Santa hat later. This is what we have so far. We have the 2 extra large oval punch, 1 large red, the 2 extra large oval punch again is for his face, those 2. So we have that. And then for his hat over here, we have this scallop circle. We have this extra large red cardstock. And then I just showed you how I made this one to make his hat. And then of course we will need the tiny pom-poms. If you don't have this, but you can actually get this from any craft store. If you don't have this, you can just, if you have one of those tiny punches, like a flower shaped one like this, then you can also use that to make your little pom-pom there. But since I have this and I'm making use of my my crafting supplies, then that's why I put that tiny pom-pom there, and it just makes it cuter. So, and then for his nose, let me just show you his nose. This is actually this tiny heart punch right here to give it that shape, and as well as the scallop punch. So now I'm going to show you how we will be making the nose. In order for you to make the nose, you just need to insert the heart punch, the tiny heart punch, just a little bit, maybe halfway or so, like that. You just need to flip it because this punch is not very good actually. So, but I don't have any other heart punch, so we just need to punch that, and you get that shape. And then you will need your scallop punch, and you will need to insert that, making sure that that's right in the middle there. And then we're going to punch. And you will get a piece like this for his nose. So we use this tiny heart punch and the scallop punch, and that's how you get his nose. We will also need to sponge his nose just to give it some sort of a dimension. You don't have to, but it just makes it look better if you actually sponge the sides. Now for his little eyes over here, I use this word window punch that we have from Stampin' Up. Again, you don't have to have this, but it's just more convenient if you do. And what I did here is just cut about that much. I'm just eyeballing this. There's no real rhyme or reason to this. I'm just eyeballing it in order to create the same size. I just put it on the other side and then just cut it off. So you'll end up with those pieces right there. For his eyelids, that's just one of this large circle from this owl punch over here, but you can use your circle punch to punch out just one circle just for his eyelids. And then we will now sponge the edges to this circle right here so we can create the eyelids, and we will cut it in half. Now for his tiny red eyes there, I'm using the two smallest circle dots over here, which is the scrap from this hat that we just made. We're just going to punch two right here. I know they're tiny pieces, but if you don't have this punch, then you can use a red pen as a replacement. The last thing that we need to do is actually make this just to hold on, to make it like his neck, and this is like his collar over there. So we're gonna make that now. So we need to get our green cardstock again, and we will punch out a large oval, and that will be his neck. So you don't really have to sponge this because this is going to be hidden. Now for this, let me show you a trick on how I made this. I used my large punch and just inserted my white cardstock about 3/4, well, less than half of the circle and punch that out. And you will have that shape. Now you will need to get your scallop punch and insert that like so, depending on how big you want your piece there, and then just punch it out. And that will create that piece. So these are the pieces that we need to create our Grinch. We have 2 green extra large oval punch for his face. We have, I showed you how I made this for his nose. These 2 yellow here for his eyes. Those 2 green half circle there for his eyelids. The 2 tiny dots there, the red dots for his eyeballs. But you can use a red pen if you don't have that punch. And then for his Santa hat, we need this extra large oval punch, the large scallop circle oval punch, and I showed you how to make that out of a large oval punch. And for his neck over here, we need a large oval punch and a white scallop punch. And you can also sponge the sides of that if you want to, but I'm just going to leave that like that. So now we're going to put it together. Now I just punch out this tiny heart. Oh, I'm sorry. And all you have to do is just cut a little bit of that, like so. And that creates your eyebrow. So we need now we're just gonna get our glue pen again. And our stick. I'm just drawing this a little bit to give it some dimension to the hat, make it look all festive. Using my white gel pen that you can get in any craft store. So there you go. That's the Grinch. I hope you make a creation of your own and show me how you did yours. It's gonna look different every time you make it, like you can see over here, but you know, the idea is to have fun. Punch art is always fun. It's always been fun to create characters out of your little punches. I've been making punch art since my kids were little, and I was a homeroom parent and a Girl Scout troop leader, so we've been making a lot of punch art when they were younger. So I guess now I can see the mistake here. I should have just put this face just a little bit more down here to make it look like the other one. But then again, you know, We just had fun. I just showed you how I made this. It would be good to give him some ears, but I don't have a punch that will create his ears, so maybe you guys have some sort of an idea, and I would love to see your creation. If you made this, please tag me on your video, and I would love to watch how you created this Grinch punch art. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed this and liked it, please click like and subscribe to my channel if you are not my subscriber yet. So happy crafting, and I'll see you on my next video.